Well, guys, I can't believe it, but some of you have actually said you miss my longer videos. So I thought today I would do one because I just happened to be in the mood to talk. So if you're one of those people that actually likes to listen to me ramble, get something to drink and come back because I got a lot to talk about.
I wake up in the morning with a smile on my face, feeling thankful for the love and the happiness we chase. Sun is shining brightly, sky so blue and clear. With every
So yeah, I was surprised. A few of you have mentioned that you missed my longer videos. But the thing is, my shorter videos just do so much better. And I miss making longer videos because you guys know I can talk and it's hard to cut myself off sometimes. I have to edit out a lot. But I thought, maybe I can do this once in a while for, the few of you that actually like to listen. So today I'm going to get caught up. There's a lot of things that I haven't been talking about. A lot's been going on. And man, my channel just still blowing me away. Just, it's been a month. I was at 6,000 every day. It's like, I feel like I get another 1,000. I'm up to 15,000 today. I'm loving it. I don't know how long this momentum is going to last, but hey, I'm just, ecstatic. So I obviously have more new people here than old people. So I thought I would introduce myself. In case you're, new and you're watching, because I don't know if the new people are watching as much. I need to go into the analytics. I don't, look into the studio like I should. It tells you all that information. But anyway, I'm sure you guys know by now, my name is not Resting Witch Face. It's Dawn. That's just my channel. And the reason for the name is because when I'm not talking and I'm not all animated, I have resting witch face. I'm known for that. And it's kind of a joke around here, when I'm just resting, when my face, I'm not talking or anything, I look angry. I can't help it. I've had people drive by me and they'll tell me, hey, I saw you on the road today and you look like you were really upset about something. And I'm thinking, what? I was having a good day. What are you talking about? I'm not upset about nothing, but I guess it's just the way I look. So, yeah. So anyway, that's my channel name. I'm 64, just turned 64 this month or in October. And you'll see my channel is just mainly dealing with being older and how life changes, from being a young mom to being a young grandma, because I have lots of grandkids and um, that's my cat. I have 3 adult children. I have 2 boys, and they both still live down here in Southern California, right by me. And my daughter, my one and only daughter, who's also my baby, she lives in Northern California. She moved up 2 years ago. It's gone by so fast. And she has my granddaughter. So they moved far away from me. And that has been so difficult because we're not that kind of family. We're the kind of family that stays together. We would all live next door to each other. And so for her to move, it affected all of us, even the grandkids, the cousins. Everybody's had a really difficult time adjusting to, part of the tribe being gone. And we go up and see her every couple of months, and she comes down here, and we try to do holidays, and we FaceTime a lot. I talk to her every day, multiple times a day. And thank God for technology. I don't know what we would do without it. But she has a career up there and she's doing really well and it's beautiful. And, there's a million reasons why she's up there and I get it. But it's still, I don't know how parents get used to one of their children not being there. You raise these kids and you're close to them and then they just up and move. It's so hard because I want to see her. I want to see my granddaughter every day. So I guess I'm just should be grateful that we have FaceTime. So yeah, anyway, my boys are here and my other grandkids are here. So it's not like I can just leave and follow her, you know. Yeah, it is what it is. My husband and I had hoped to retire at 62, but then life happened. Talk about that a lot. A lot of life happened. We were on track. We did things right. We were okay. Things looked good. And then things just happened. One right after another. And before we knew it, our savings had gotten depleted, not completely, but enough that we can't retire comfortably right now. So we have to continue to work and build it back up to a point where we feel that it's going to last because we're both healthy and we feel like we could be around for a while, you know? Um, so yeah, we're working on that, and it's hard. It's hard finding a job at this age because I stayed home for 7 years to take care of my sister. You know, you can watch past videos about all that. And then when I went back into the workforce, I had a hard time finding a job. The jobs didn't want to pay anything. You know, they all want to pay minimum wage. They offer you, they start out saying they're going to pay from this to this, but they never pay this. They always pay this, the lowest amount. And it doesn't matter how many degrees you have, how much experience you have, they all want to start you out at minimum wage. And no benefits, nothing like that. And you know, they're going to hire the younger person over the older person. Um, so yeah, it's just been difficult, and I feel fortunate that I found any kind of work. I realized, it wasn't going to be easy, so I took what I could find, and that's been Uber. I do Uber delivery. I talk about that a lot. I take you guys out with me, and it's just it's not a career. You wouldn't want to do this for a long period of time, but it's good for right now, and that's what I was looking for. I needed something right now, and it depends on the area you're in. I keep telling everybody I'm fortunate. It pays in my area because in a semi-retired area. A lot of people no longer drive, so they're willing to pay somebody to go get their groceries and fast food. So, because I've heard from people that don't make any money in their area, it's not profitable at all. So I'm fortunate. It works for me. And then I started doing YouTube. There again, that's not for everybody, but for some of you are already doing really well, really well. And some of you, um, I don't know. I don't understand how the whole algorithms work, why some channels take off and others don't. Because when I watch channels, the ones that I watch, they're all good. And I don't understand why they aren't bigger. And then I'll see some channels that are big, and I don't understand why they're big, especially when this other one's not. I I say a lot of it is luck. Because I just don't understand it. They're both doing the same things, and one took off and one didn't. I don't understand it. So I try to study the videos that do take off. I've been very fortunate this last month. I've been following formulas, trying to do different things, and whatever, it's working for me. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and that's the shorter videos. But like I said, I can stick a long video in every once in a while if some of you, a handful of you, really want them, and get caught up. And that's good therapy for me too. But I don't expect that a lot of people will be watching these. So yeah, I'm doing YouTube. It paid off really well this last month, but it's because I had a viral video. Most of the time, I've been making between 400 and 800 a month. That was before last month. Before last month, I had 6,000. And up till that point, I was making between 4 and 800. This last month, when I blew up and had a viral video, my income went up to 2,500. Well, 2,400. I'm sorry, $2,400. And I'll put that up here. You can see. I'm not lying. And that tells you that that's the check to expect. I don't know what it's going to be next month. I don't have a viral video. I don't think I'll get a viral video every month. But hopefully now that I have more subscribers and more views, I'll have I'll make more, maybe not as much, but if I was making 400 to 800 consistently with 6,000 subscribers, I would think now that I have, 15,000, I should be able to make at least between 6 and 1,000 a month. We'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. That would be nice. If I can make like 1,500 a month consistently doing YouTube, then I can quit doing Uber, because that's all I would really need. I mean, it would be nice. I could still do it periodically to bring in extra money, but according to my 2-year plan, my budget, that's how much money I need to make in order to pay off my car, my credit card, put money into savings, and still have some spending money. So that's the goal. And this time of year, even though Uber seems to pay more, I'm making more. I'm not, we were in the summer slump where nobody was using us, but now it's picking up. It gets dark out earlier. It gets dark out at 5:30, and I don't like to drive after dark, even though I know my town, because a lot of people don't have lights, they don't have addresses on their house, and I run into that a lot, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna stick to doing the lunch rush. I think I'll go out early and do like 4 to 5:30, but it's not going to pay as well. So that's where I'm at on that. And like I said, I would like to not do it as much, at least in the winter months. Or maybe I would do it again in spring and summer, when the time changes and it stays light out longer. I'll look into doing it. How long have I talked? Well, we're up to 10 minutes. I'm getting there. What else? What's surprising is I have, more subscribers, but I haven't been getting the rude comments. I got way more rude comments when I was newer, and I blocked all those people, and they can still see me. They just can't comment. Actually, I think they can comment, but I don't see it. They don't know that. They think they're commenting, and they think I'm going to see it, but I guess I don't. I don't see it because they don't get told they're blocked, and they don't know it. They think they're watching me and that I must be able to see their comments. This is news to me. I just found that out not too long ago. So, but anyway, so I blocked them so I don't hear any of these rude comments anymore, which is nice. And I have a filter, and I know what words to filter out, so that helps too. About the only comments that I ever receive, it's just on my appearance. But like I said, that's typical. Most people that aren't very bright, that's the kind of stuff they're going to comment on. And which is good. I don't get a lot of criticism on my content, which that makes me happy. I appreciate that. People seem to enjoy my videos for what they are. I'm learning. I think I'm getting a little bit better. I'm trying. But like I said, mostly, just my appearance for obvious reasons. I'm older. I'm not a young, beautiful woman, and that's okay. I talk about that a lot, about being older. I don't have a problem with it. I'm not putting myself down when I say I'm old. When I say I'm old, I just mean I've lived a long time. If you had a piece of furniture that was 64 years old, you wouldn't say, "Oh, this is brand new. This is a young piece." No, it's an older piece. Or wine, a 64-year-old bottle of wine, it's older. It doesn't have to mean bad, but society has taught us that. Society has taught us, especially women, at this age, we're past our prime, we're useless, old, decrepit, worn out. Well, I'm not. I am older, but I'm not decrepit. I'm not worn out. I'm not ready for the grave. So I have no problems. So that doesn't even offend me when people comment on the fact that, I'm older, I look older with my glasses or my head wraps. Could care less. These are out of convenience. And when you get to this age, you'll understand, convenience is more important. I could take my glasses off and I would lose them, or, I wouldn't be able to see half of the things because I'm looking down. I wouldn't be able to look at my phone. Taking my glasses on and off, it's not worth it to me. So what if somebody thinks I look like a granny? Could care less. I get to see. That's more important to me than what people think. You know what I mean? And the same with the head wraps. They're easier. They're convenient. Yeah, they probably do make me look older, but you know what? I don't care. I don't like to have to curl my hair every day. It's a lot of work. And even though my hair's finally growing back in, I'm getting healthier, it doesn't hold the same style. And I don't want to sit there with curling iron every day. I do it a couple times a week, and it'll hold it for a day or two, especially if I use a lot of hairspray. But then after that, it goes flat, and then I just use the hair wraps. They're convenient. They look cute. I don't care if they make me look older. So I think that's more for you, if you have a problem with it, let's see. I actually get a lot of comments on it, a lot of nice comments. So thank you to those of you that are nice. Same with the false eyelashes. When my hair fell out, it fell out everywhere and didn't grow back everywhere. And that's where the eyelashes come in. My eyes are bald, and it just looks weird when I don't wear them. So yeah, and I actually cut them down. I don't wear them the way, if you wear them the way they come, they would be like, up above my eyebrows. So I have to trim them because my eyes aren't that big. I try. What else did I want to talk about? The change. Oh boy, do I have time? Yeah, I'll include a clip from last night. It was so sad. we're watching TV, and the kids had just gotten home from school. I pick up my grandkids and they hang out sometimes. And um, the older ones, they go to the high school. They don't get home. They have clubs and stuff, and sometimes they don't get home till 4:30. Well, they hadn't even been here an hour, and it got dark. And we're like, what the heck? What time is it? It was a little after 5. Well, I'll show you. And it was already dark. And like I said, I don't mind that if I don't have to go out and do Uber or go anywhere, but and we were all tired. My granddaughter and I were like, I want to put my pajamas on at 5:30 at night. You know, it was it's going to take some while to get used to, but I did go to bed early, so I'm getting more sleep, getting up earlier, so I guess that part's good. Haven't taken my Halloween stuff down like I told you guys I was going to be doing the next day. Just had too much going on. I've kind of gathered it up. I've taken some things down. I pile it all up, and then I'll bring in my totes and load them up. So I've got to work on that because I want to put my Christmas stuff up because I want to film it. That's part of being a content creator. I can't film it after you guys have already put up your stuff because how's that going to inspire you? I have to do it a little ahead of time in order to inspire other people. So it gives me an excuse to put it up earlier. So that's the goal. I think this next weekend we're going to finish taking it down. We took down all the yard stuff, and we had the cemetery set up. And when I say we, I mean my husband took it all down, but I'll do the inside. I'll take everything and put it down. You know what? How long has this been? 60 minutes? And I need coffee. Geez, I used to be able to talk for 30 minutes. I've gotten so used to doing these shorter videos. It's going to be hard for me to do longer videos. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Get the Christmas stuff up, and just see how this next month goes with YouTube. See if I do as well as the previous month. If so, I can slow down doing Uber. That would be fantastic. Yeah, that's my goal with that. And I'm back on doing carnivore. I had kind of backed off. I was doing dirty keto, I guess you would say, which is just bad. That was just bad. But my weight loss was stagnant. Nothing was happening. It was all my fault. When I do carnivore, I'm superwoman, super energy, feel fantastic. I look better. You can see it in my face and everything. I slipped out of it this summer. I kind of went back, but not like I was, and I can feel it. I got sluggish. The weight loss stopped. Everything just went. So I'm back on it. You're going to hear about that a lot. I'm going to be talking about it. I'm going to be doing some podcasts with some other carnivores. I'm looking forward to that. And for those that don't know, carnivore is just a way of eating. I think it's amazing, but I'm not going to say it's for everybody. I don't like to push my beliefs on everybody, because some of you might be vegetarians and might be doing quite well as a vegetarian. I've tried vegetarianism. I've done that for about 6 months. I've tried various ways of eating, and none of them have ever worked for me like the carnivore diet has. It has been amazing. My numbers were amazing. My doctor couldn't even believe how well things have turned around for me. And the weight loss, I've had weight loss surgery, and I didn't do as well as I am on the carnivore diet. It is just amazing. So it kind of makes me sad that I slipped out of it. I feel like a drug addict that got away from the drug and then went back. I'm not full-fledged. Like I said, I still was doing keto, but I needed to get back into doing full-on carnivore. For me, that's just been the absolute best. I feel my best. I sleep better, no inflammation, no aches and pains. My skin looks better. There's just so many benefits to it. But like I said, if you've tried it and don't work for you, that's fine. Like I said, some people are vegetarians and it actually works for them. My son is, and my granddaughter, and it works for them. I felt terrible on it, and I actually gained weight because I wasn't filling up on vegetables and fruit. It wasn't filling to me, so I was using more starchy foods, and it just didn't care for it. But that's okay. I'm not putting it down. Like I said, I know it works for some people. So you do what works for you. If you have great energy and you're feeling good and your numbers are good, that's all that matters. So, okay, you guys, I got it up to almost 20 minutes, so I'm going to let you guys go. And if you've made it to the end, put the end and I'll know. And then I'll know whether I should make more of these or not, because if not enough people are watching it, there's really not much point. Well, it is kind of therapy. I do enjoy it. So we'll see. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. And if you're new here, I'm so glad to have you here. I try to respond to all the comments. I get a lot more obviously now. And if I haven't responded to you yet, I still try. I try to come in and do, some in the afternoon when I have a break. So I will try and get to you. So anyway, thank you guys for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, it's what, 5:10, right? And it's officially dark out. I bet you I can see the moon. Oops. Oh, why is it so blurry? Oh, darn you. Jazz, get back here. Why did you're bad. Can you, honey? Jazz.
Jasper, what are you doing?
He's being a booger.
Off the bridge. All right, that's the best place. Until the 21:36, can you reach?
This is Ruby Bishop at PUSD. I've lost all radio communication and I've lost buzz.
Don't eat it all. Save some for the fox.